Hello everyone. In this video, I will show you some practice for NPV rules and IRR rules. The first practice in the table, I gave you two projects related together with the cash flows related to those two projects. The first project is project A, and the corresponding cash flows related to project A is here. And the second project is project B, and the cash flow of project B is over here. And then the first question is asking you to fill in the NPV profile over here. So with the weighted average cost of capital from 0 to 25%, what happened to the NPV of both project A and B? So here, I will use financial calculator procedure to help you to show you that how could we get the NPV profile for project A. So we clicked the cash flow here in our financial calculator, and then clear all the previous work. And the CF0 is the cash flow at t equal to 0 for project A is $100 negative. And the first cash flow for this project is 50, and we only have $150. So the frequency of this cash flow is 1. The second cash flow is $40, and we have two $40 in sequence, one by one. So the frequency of the second cash flow is 2. And the third cash flow is 30, and we only have 130. After we input all the cash flows, click the NPV, and it asks you to enter the discount rate. And we start from 0% and goes down, press compute. We found the NPV of project A is 60 when the weighted average cost of capital is 0%. If we want to change the discount rate from 0 to 5%, we press this up arrow and change the interest rate into 5 and press compute. So when the weighted average cost of capital is 5%, the NPV of project A is 43.13. And keep going. If the interest rate is 10%, the NPV is 29.06. If the interest rate is 15%, the NPV is 17.18. If the interest rate changes to 20, NPV changes to 7.06. And if the interest rate changes to 25, the NPV changes to negative 1.63. So that is how we calculated the NPV profile. Using the same procedure, you can find out the NPV profile for project B. The second question asks you to find out IRR for both A and B. I will show you how to find the IRR for project A, and you can do the IRR for project B by yourself. So after we calculate the NPV, because the cash flow is the same, we can directly click the IRR and then press compute. So for project A, IRR is 24%. And for project B, the IRR is 21%. And we need to find out the crossover point if we need to determine which part, in which range of the weighted average cost of capital those two rules has conflict if those two projects are mutually exclusive projects. So to find out the crossover point, we need to find out the difference between cash flows of A and B first. So the difference between cash flows for A and B for t equal to 0 is 0. For t equal to 1 is 30, t equal to 2 is 0, t equal to 3 is negative 10, t equal to 4 is negative 30. And find out the crossover point. So remember, crossover point is the IRR of the difference between cash flows. Click CF and clear all the previous work. For t equal to 0, the difference between cash flows of A and B is 0. For CO1 is 30. We only have 130, so FO1 is 1. CO2 is 0. We only have 1 0. CO3 is negative 10. And CO4 is negative 30. And then press IRR. We found the crossover point is 11.07%. That means when the weighted average cost of capital equals to 11.07%, the NPV of project A equals to the NPV of project B. This is the NPV profile we plot. And at this point, 11.07% is the crossover rate. And in this range, because we know here, here is IRR of A. Here is IRR of B. IRR of A is always greater than IRR of B. And according to IRR rules, we should choose project A. However, when weighted average cost of capital is less than the crossover point, the NPV rules suggest that we should choose project B. So in this range, those two rules lead to the conflict of decision. When the weighted average cost of capital is greater than the crossover rate, those two rules will agree with each other. Practice 2. We have again two projects, project A and project B. And I give you the NPV profile and ask you to find out IRR for A and B. The procedure are basically the same. The procedure is basically the same. And find out the difference between cash flows of A and B. So at t equal to 0, the difference between cash flows of A and B is 0. For t equal to 1, the difference between cash flow is $50 minus $120 is negative $70. T equal to 2 is 0, and then t equal to 3 is 20, t equal to 4 is 70. And then we can find out the crossover point. Use the same procedure. And we found that the crossover point is 9.5%. And then we can plot this NPV profile for those two projects. And again, when the weighted average cost of capital is less than the crossover rate, in that range, those two rules have conflict of decision. So that is the practice for NPV and IRR. Thank you for watching.